Hello guys, and welcome to episode 8 of my Total War 3 Kingdoms playthrough, playing as Sun Jian on very hard difficulty. Today we are going to be continuing after taking Badong and also Shangyong. We took the Badong small city and the Shangyong lumberyard, and now we are soon going to be taking the Badong iron mine. It's currently under siege by Sun Jian. Other things I wanted to do in this episode was look at trade deals. It was something that was mentioned in the comments by you guys, so let's jump into diplomacy and see what we can do. In the quick deal panel, we can go into trade agreements and see who would like to trade. Currently only Yuan Shu can and will trade with us. I think all of the other options would show up. If they could trade with us, it would just say no next to them. So we only have one choice anyway, and thankfully he does want to trade. So that's good. We'll negotiate with him. We could sign the deal, but we'll see if he will give us any extra. It's actually plus 2.7 in our favour. That's nice. Let's request a payment. I'll probably just throw in a bunch of cash. So that's currently way over. We might not get that much. Let's click make this work and see how much he's prepared to give. 1,261. Oh wow, okay. That's more than I thought it would be. Alright, we'll propose that deal, we'll get some money and the trade deal, which is currently worth 484 per turn. Awesome.
Your terms are acceptable.
That's good, it's really good. And the only way we're going to be able to get more trade now is by reforms. We'd have to unlock extra trade slots. And then also neighbour somebody who can trade. It doesn't look like many people can, who we're currently neighboured with. Let's go ahead and take on this fight against the Han Empire at the iron mine. Since they don't have any range forces, I think I can probably kill off a lot of them without losing a single man, really. Let's start the battle.
歼敌以后再谈道义，要么最好不要空谈道义。
Pretty awkward because I don't know whether or not the characters are going to say anything else sometimes. Like sometimes only the commander says something and then sometimes they all say something. So I don't really want to try and speak over them if I can help it. In this case, I guess it doesn't really matter. The load times aren't actually that bad, I find. Let's move our trebuchets forwards. The intention will be to just crush the towers and then move our archers forwards and just kill their men. If they stand there and take it, then so be it. That's basically the way I see it. Let's have our infantry just line up behind. We'll have my archers behind those, with the crossbowmen even further behind. They're all on fire at will, right? So that's good. And then we'll have my cavalry hidden on the right and left hand side. Perfect. This one's not hidden. Okay, now they all are. Right, let's start the battle. And we will target these towers first. Actually, maybe we should target this one, because the G militia are right behind it, so it might collateral. Oh wow, we almost destroyed that in one volley. And one shot did go through these G militia, doing quite a lot of damage. I like these red uniforms they have. And that is doing more damage to the units behind than I expected on those towers. Right, there it goes, that's nice. Let's take out this one on the left hand side. I do have flaming rounds. I'm not sure if they're too good against towers. I don't think they are. Sort of get reduced damage overall. But maybe good in that they create an explosion against like the G militia behind, so we'll see exactly what happens here. Well, that's not that good. We'll just go back to standard rounds. Flaming shot's definitely better against the infantry specifically. But if we're hitting the towers, then the standard rounds are just way better. And it's not like that isn't doing any damage. Like, it's still doing a lot as it rolls through the men here in their super bright red uniforms. Imagine being told to just stand there whilst you get hit by trebuchet fire. Oh boy. We'll target this tower. We still have half ammunition left on the trebuchet, so we might be able to take out the other two. And then we can freely move up with our archers. Do these towers hit us? Kind of a little bit, but not really enough to worry about. Speed things up whilst I wait for this. Alright, that's another tower gone. Now focus the last tower. Oh, well, that went down in like one volley. And I think we're almost out of ammunition. Are we not in range to hit that or something? I feel like we weren't. Did that bounce off the wall there? Yeah, it's bouncing off the wall and hitting the spear guards. Elite strategies here, guys. I think what I'm going to do is just... I was going to say use my flaming shot on the clumps of infantry, but I guess that's fine. Right, let's start moving forwards our infantry in order to cover my archers. We'll get the archers into range. I think that will be out of line of sight of that tower. Move over a bit more. Brilliant. Right, now we just gotta hope they sit there and take it. I mean, there's a very good chance that they won't, and they'll probably come out, but we will see. I can't really move up my cavalry on the right hand side, so we'll just have them behind for the time being. Alright, speed things up. Far away, men. Now they're standing there and taking it. Alright, that's 2 units already dealt with. They just got melted. Bravo. I think my crossbows are hitting the mounted lancers, which is nice. Let's move up a bit more. Hopefully my archers can hit something a bit better, like these Raider Cav. They're a bit too far away still. Alright, we'll move forward the infantry line a bit more, so that I can have my archers closer. Those crossbowmen are melting the cav. Those spear guards also getting wrecked. I think the crossbows are doing the majority of the damage. Right, the Lancer cav are gone. That's good. Just need to hit the last couple units, make them run away, and then we win. I don't think we took a single loss. Well, I'll take it. And that's why you play out battles. Very cheesy way to win, but why not? 16 heroism. Don't mind if I do. We'll occupy that. And that gives us an iron mine that produces 200 income. Very good. We currently have 2,699 to spend. 1,800 coming in a turn. Awesome. I think I'm going to increase this building with that cash. I think everywhere else is already building. Maybe. That's not worth the upgrade. We could actually build something here at Changsha. Probably a marketplace would be a good idea for the 50% income from commerce. That would benefit both our mail post and the coastal trading port. And we can keep boosting to like the tea parlor. And if we actually get the tea house, I'm guessing that gives us even more commerce income. So Changsha is going to be ridiculously good for income overall. Yeah, we're not going to spend the money on that building, even though it keeps telling me to. Let's end the turn. I think everybody was moved. Yeah. Now, in between episodes, I did look up what happens if you take Chang'an, and you do get the Han Empire as your vassal, but you can't annex them all in one go. You have to run a general to each settlement and then pay a certain amount for each settlement in order to take them over, rather than fighting for them. And I thought that it was a bit of a contrived way of actually doing things. I'd much rather just fight for them, since I rely on heroism. So I think I'm just going to delay taking Chang'an, because the other thing that I looked up and I saw, especially on like forums and stuff, was that by vassalizing the Han Empire, everyone declares war on you because they want the Han Empire lands. So I really can't be bothered to deal with that right now until we've maybe established ourselves a bit more. And we can just chew up the Han Empire in other ways. Like, it's much easier for me to just use my forces to take all of these towns, because the Han Empire is not actually that threatening in my opinion. Although we do have this army here that does have a sizable force. I may have to send back Sun Jian to deal with that. Right, noble birth, Sun Jian. We have another son. I'm going to check my character tree. That's for sure. A hero's aid. You read a report about one of your generals who beat 6 enemies single-handedly, largely due to the courage, speed and loyalty of their horse. Heroes have always had something or someone to help them achieve their rightful destiny. It can be a loyal follower, a trusted steed, a book of wisdom, or a weapon of unique properties, but they all fulfill the same role. Whether it is fate or by your very own will and actions, such a thing has come into your possession. The real test is figuring out how best to make use of it, or them, to help you achieve your goal. The chance to gain ancillary. We've got water clock. That's actually pretty nice. And devious attendant. I think we're going to quickly go through some of these things. The character-wide experience there is definitely good on that chap, like on Sun Jian. I don't know why I said that chap, as if he's nobody. Sun Jian is quite happy with the wedge formation from the herdsman, I think. Then we have Chengpu. He currently has the builder, but I don't think he needs the builder, right? We could give him the foreman. I think that would actually be better for him because it increases his expertise. I guess we could also give it to Huang Shi, but he's already getting the +8 population growth, and I do like that with him, especially where he's currently an administrator in Changsha. Lu Su. He's currently getting 4 cunning from the merchant. That's better than the +2 cunning and authority. Alright, Qingpu. I do kind of want to give the water clock to someone. The extra replenishment is really nice. We could give it to Guojia, because he doesn't need authority, and he still maintains some of the satisfaction. Good. That's really good actually, because that helps out Sun Jian. Right. Where do we go with Sun Jian? I think we head maybe to Shangyong to get the weapons craftsman with him. So let's jump onto the water. I think it might be quicker than going on land, because that is 5 turns to attack. If we go on the water, how many turns? Not sure, because this guy's in the way. So we'll just go down the river anyway. I think it's faster. We do need to assign that point to Huangxi. So with Huangxi, getting stability is a good idea. He is an administrator, so +5 public orders, perfect. It's better than bravery. He's not using that since he doesn't own an army at the moment. And that leads to diligence, which is fine anyway because he gets extra melee evasion, expertise and bonus experience, and then he can get maybe tenacity of steel. Or we could continue towards like scholarship for the extra income from commerce. That would be a good idea actually, since he's the administrator of Changsha at the moment. Army reports. Path blocked. I did want to look at our family tree. Let's jump into our court. Look at all of these babies, man. He's certainly sexually active, I'll tell you that much. Sun Yuying, Sun Lu, and Sun Jian. We have Sun Ce, Sun Tuan, and Sun Ren. Just remembering how to say this. He's actually nearly of age. He's age 14. We'll get there eventually. Right. Let's go over to my army of Sun Jian. And we will hit the toolmaker. I'll set it to night battle and we'll delegate. Thank you very much for another settlement. 61 men lost. We'll replenish that in 1 turn, I guess. I'm going to occupy it, and we'll go for the large town here as well. Where is the large town? Oh, it's down here. That's good. That's in a pretty decent position for us to go take it. This toolmaker, it does make us quite a bit of money, like an extra 100. Happy with that. Let's maybe upgrade it as well with the money that we have. We got 2,000. Well, that would cost 2,600, and we currently have 4,200. I do need to build into this slot, but we're upgrading the lumberyard, so we can't. And I am tempted to build a 3rd army, maybe to deal with this guy, Zhu Huang. But the livestock farm, I think most of these places can defend themselves though already. It's just the fact that he has a general that does have like a decent weapon. And this guy is like actually a special character, I guess. Guardian of the Gates. Yeah, that's a really nice armor he's got there. And Cleaver of the Mountains. Yeah. Alright, well we probably don't want to mess with him. I guess I could send like Sun Ce to go fight him. And then maybe have an army spawn at Changsha that can go down to like Wuling. Or the other Changsha settlements. I do want to take those sooner than later. Right, I can upgrade this for an extra 25% commerce income. We can also upgrade this for extra food, which I think I'm going to do. We are relatively low on food still. And I think I'm going to put the money into that as well. We completed overpopulation, so I guess we should invoke the council again. Hiring opportunities. One cannot rule without sound advice from a grounded individual. There is an individual whose aptitude could potentially benefit many. You should offer them a position at court. So hire any character and we get the support from the peasantry again. So let's see who's actually in court at the moment. Zuzu is a champion. We could use another champion to help lead our armies. But I think we're all done for now anyway. Let's move on to the next turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to have Sun Jian head back and deal with those two larger armies after taking Shenyang. Gonsun's son declared war on Yuanshu. And Zhu Yu. What's this? Talented, loyal, and handsome. Zhu Yu befriended Sun Jian at a young age. The two became inseparable as children and often spent time at each other's residences, showing respect to their families. Zhu's musical ability is considered peerless and a representation of his keen mind and kind manner. So did we just get like a free character? Zhu Yu. There he is. Level 1. He is 22 years old. Wow. That's pretty awesome. Let's give him the Devious Attendant. And we can also give him something that increases cunning from here, maybe? No. That's annoying. He doesn't need satisfaction. I guess authority is good for own retinue morale. Better than nothing. So we'll just give him a clay ox. Melodic strategist. Alright. Well, we will add him to Sun Tzu's army, I think, at some point. We'll replace Guojie, and I'll have Guojie join the new army that I'm creating in the south. Because then we can have Zhu Yu travel with Sun Tzu, which would be really, really cool. Sun Tzu has leveled up. Where do we put his skill point? It's either mobility or passion. Probably mobility. Passion would be nice because it heads towards Bloody Fury. But then again, so does mobility, and mobility affects the army a lot better with the plus 10 morale when attacking. And the 25% battle running speed does help his cavalry. Yes, passion would as well, but we can get passion later. I could just get all of these three and that would be fine. Because that fury works very well alongside mobility, with a plus 10 morale in enemy territory as well. So his army will be pretty much unbreakable, it'll be nuts. So it's only going to be like a couple turns before I can hit Shenyang, which is really what I was hoping, so that's great. Let's just make sure that I apply that skill. Ancillaries game, we got that stone horse. I did notice that. Is it worth giving that to Sun Tzu over the expertise, satisfaction, and retinue upkeep? I think it might be. Because then we can just give that to like one of my sentinels. Like Qingpu. And then what we can do is give the Jade Snake to Guojie. That will replace the one that I just gave him, but that's definitely a better item. Awesome. So maybe when I take Shangyong, I will replace Guojie. People of merit. Gonsun Rong. Oh, the guy that I was looking at previously left. This guy's only 26. He is superstitious, gracious, and strong. It's not too bad. He already has the tenacity of steel buff. And he's a tax collector. I don't think we need another sentinel right now. But if we did, I would probably pick him up. Let's see if we can find places to spend money. I do still need to fill up this slot at Shangyong. At Badong, I could upgrade this building to give us extra income from peasantry and the food production. We're definitely boosting our food production a nice amount, so I think I'm going to continue to do so. And that's everything done for the turn. Next turn we can take Shangyong Weapons Craftsman and probably Baxi as well, since we're going to move Sun Jian in that direction. Alright, let's carry on. All these armies hanging about. It's really annoying. Are they going to go and attack the lumberyard? Oh, please don't. That would be so frustrating. But we are in range to hit the large town. So let's go take it for ourselves. And that is one hell of an auto-resolve. Just loads of free territory. 15 heroism. Occupy it. Nice. We have the industry coming in from the state workshops. We got the industry from the tool workshop, and then we got a land surveying office here for extra food. Perfect. We are now bordered with Liu Yan. It might be worth trying to talk to him. Mao Ji is a new guy in our court. He is 28, cunning, populist, and obstinate, which does reduce his cunning, which is not good. Yeah, he's not fantastic. Alright, well that's that. We could go and take Ba down here, the farmland and the large town, and then maybe come across to Fuling and Wuling. Since Sun Tzu is going to take Shangyong and then probably head back to the Shangyong lumberyard. Might not need to be defended actually, because this army is taking attrition. This army should be taking attrition soon, surely. Because it's been in enemy territory for a long time. He's going to be running out of military supplies. Let's take Shangyong. That is another auto-resolve. It's a shame these generals keep leaving, because I can't ask them to surrender. But I guess a battle is better for us, because then we get the extra heroism. We actually get no money from occupying this. We only get money from the battle. So weapons craftsman. This craftsman can produce exceptional weapons with a very small chance of producing a unique weapon. Oh, so it's not like a weapons craftsman that gives us money, it actually creates weapons. That's cool. I'm fine with that. So here what I'm going to do is probably just get land development alongside everything else. I also wanted to switch out Guojie, so let's do that. We will swap out Zuyu. Right, so I'm guessing Guojie is just kind of sitting there in our court, for the time being. He gets a couple of mounted archers. That's an interesting unit we haven't seen before. I'll leave them in for the time being. I'm not a massive fan of like ranged cavalry. But we'll fill out his army with archer militia, I guess. And actually maybe a couple of crossbowmen would be a good idea. And then some archer militia, like so. And then the trebuchet. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then what we can do is eventually probably replace these mounted archers. I really don't like ranged cav in any Total War game. I just really don't. So that's good for Zhu Yu. We have Shangyong Commandery secured. Guojia and Sun Jian just became friends and then I split them apart. But now his bestie's in his army, so can't really complain. Alright. Shangyong. Yeah, I did want to build the land development here, but we can't afford it now. Let's move on to the next turn. We did move Sun Jian. Yeah, we did. We just took Baxi. So 2 more settlements under our command. I mean, this is going so damn quickly now. We are taking tons of land. And it seems as though those armies that are hanging about are doing us favours by not attacking us. So I'm actually tempted to upgrade the lumber camp here so that this army is never a threat. But I don't think I need to do it yet since the army is currently suffering massive attrition. We'll take land development for now. And our food's like +7. Currently giving us +8% income from peasantry. But where do we go with Sun Jian? I was planning to talk to Liu Yan, so let's have a look-see. We'll go into the quick deal list. Liu Yan. Negotiate. 7.7. Regular payment of 439 per turn. So I really don't want to attack him. Maybe what we could do is make a payment of like, I don't know, about 6,000, but yeah, I'd rather pay like a lump sum, but we don't have much money at the moment, so I guess we can't do that. Oh, trade agreement. Can we then add money, make payment? 500. Reduce that a little bit. Because that trade agreement would pay itself off.
As you wish.
That would like pay off the money that I'm paying for the non-aggression pact. And so our relation with this guy will go up over time. That's really, really nice. Right, so we'll have Sun Jian then focus on Ba. I don't really want to go through their land, so I think we'll have to go this way. I guess I could march. It's not like we need the replenishment. Going this way would allow us to get across the river in one turn. Don't think this way would. I am still going to go this way because I don't want to trespass. I don't want to mess up our relations. I'm just hoping I can hit Bar in the next turn. People of Merit. Zhao Lanzin. Level 4. And Jin Shao. Also level 4. Can't have a look at them yet because we don't have enough money, but that's okay. Where are we going to go with Sun Jian? I was going to head back to attack this guy, wasn't I? Zhu Huang. Get onto the water. Maybe pursue him. And then, if that doesn't work out, I might have Sun Jian maybe head over here towards the Han Empire. And we'll get a third army that can head south, whilst Sun Jian gets Ba, Fuling, Wuling. Yeah. Alright, let's do that.
You would not need fear us.
Non-aggression pact from Liu Bei. We would give them 1 food and the clay axe for the non-aggression pact. Sure.
I am pleased for your gratitude.
That seems like a fair deal. I don't need the food at the moment. We have loads spare, actually. Look at that, the Han Empire getting nice and close. Can I attack them in 1 turn? That would be great. Ooh, that's a point. The toolmaker might be exposed to that army. Let's just check. I'm not sure what the garrison's like here. Oh, it's big enough. Easily big enough. An exquisite weapon. You are brought an item wrapped in cloth, a gift from one of the masters of your arsenal. Pulling away its drapery, you find yourself gazing upon a weapon of exquisite craftsmanship. Such an armament, clearly made by one of considerable skill, is an offering you would be foolish not to accept. Celestial Sword, plus 15 authority. And that has 2.6k melee damage base? What? That's insane. It's actually a really good weapon. Holy shit. Is that better than his sword? Surely not. It's only just worse. That is nuts. We could give that to another one of our sentinels. Maybe Qingpu? Oh wow. That is awesome. Qingpu can use that for sure. Unless we could give it to Zhu Yu? No. Zhu Yu doesn't need it anyway, he has his own shit already. Yeah, Qingpu's the best person to have it. Right, let's go and take the farmland. We'll move into normal stance. Okay, good, we are in range. And that's just going to be a quick auto-resolve. Give me that land. So this is way faster than integrating, because integrating just costs so much, according to the stuff I was reading. So we are conquering way faster this way around. Our power increases. Marquis. Marquis, you have claimed the title for your continuing efforts to unite the country. Bold and decisive action has led to your continued growth. The power you are accruing must be channeled, focused into more action. Oh, so we leveled up. And this is a farmland, so we get even more food production. We're on +9. Alright. And Sun Jian gained the Stalwart trait. Extra expertise, resolve, and income from all sources, faction-wide. Wow. That is the perfect trait, considering he is a faction leader. We also got the Bodyguard ancillary. That's extra melee evasion for own retinue. That's actually really nice. We could give that to Sun Tzu. I think that's better than the wedge, because I don't really use the wedge that much. I always forget about it. So we'll give him the Bodyguard, and he'll give his own retinue the melee evasion, his cavalry. That's cool. It means his lancers will be a little bit better in melee combat. Do I want to chase this guy? I thought we might be able to hit him this turn, but apparently not. And with Sun Jian, we'll now head down to the large town of Ba. We have a reform choice pending. We could take the available administrator position, but I think actually a good idea is to go for the income from industry. We have lots of income from industry now. We've got the public order, so I think it's now time to focus on income again. We could definitely go for the iron and salt agencies, and then maybe even the merchant tax exemption. That would be an extra 30% income from industry. Very good. Very good indeed. Yeah, that increased our income by an extra 200 or so. Right, what about our court? Oh, we've unlocked more positions. Right. Well, I'm definitely going to make Chengpu an administrator. He increases income from commerce, income from industry. So he'd be good in a place where both of those are present. I'm not sure if there are any decent places where both of them are present. Maybe here at Zhengsha. But here would likely be best, like plus 40% commerce. Zhengsha would be the best. But Zhengsha is already being administrated by Huangxi. But can we change him? We make Chengpu an administrator. Can we choose Zhengsha? No, we can't. Do we have to take him out of office first? Appoint administrator. I think we have to just dismiss him. And then select Chengpu. Yeah. And what I'm going to do with Chengpu is we're going to change his follower from the income from industry, I think, to maybe minus construction time. Or even the labor recruiter. Because he's not giving any bonus with the income from industry here. So, if we equip this guy, I think that's better. Yes, he loses the expertise, which... does that reduce construction cost anymore? We lose 2% construction cost, but 8k population growth is actually quite a lot. So I think we're going to have him instead. And then Huangxi, we can give him maybe the minus construction time would be a good idea, actually. Who's already using that? I think it's coming back, right? It will be available next turn. So yeah, maybe we can give Huangxi that. I do need to make him a... yeah, I do need to make him an administrator again, because he hates me right now. Alright, where would be best for him? It depends on what bonuses he gives. I should really look into it. Oh, can I not do it this turn? I'm gonna have to do it next turn. Hopefully he doesn't leave. That would be kind of awkward. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. So what I'm going to do in the next episode is we will choose people for our Grand Commandant and Grand Excellency positions. And I will also assign Huangxi as an administrator again. Hopefully he doesn't leave in the meantime. That's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.